Lovely people, in this video I'm going to teach you why to use coffee enemas for detoxing, how coffee enemas work, and how not to be afraid of doing them. This is one part of a two-part video series. My name is Marnie Clark and I'm a breast cancer coach. I've got lots of information packed into this video, so please be sure to watch it right up to the very end so you don't miss anything. You know, one of my clients recently said to me, I just love coffee, but I can't imagine why I should stick it up there where the sun don't shine. We laughed and laughed. And if you feel that way, believe me, it's not unusual to feel very nervous of this procedure. Leave a comment for me under this video. I want to hear about it. So, let's get started. First of all, coffee enemas are a well-accepted therapy in natural medicine. 2 doctors are credited with utilizing coffee enemas as one part of a holistic program to treat their very ill stage 4 cancer patients. And they were Dr. Max Gerson and Dr. William Donald Kelly. You can look them up. There's a huge amount of information about them on the internet. Today, doctors completely trash coffee enemas as a therapy, but up until around the 1970s, the Merck Manual, a medical book containing therapies used by doctors for just about every disease known to man, had a section on the benefits of coffee enemas. This method was discreetly deleted at some point in the 80s, not because they didn't work, but most likely because they worked a little too well, or maybe they just fell out of favor among doctors as being too archaic. But coffee enemas are very powerful medicine. Now I've got to do a disclaimer. This video is not meant to replace medical advice from your doctor. I am not a doctor, but this information is based on years of experience with coffee enemas and breast cancer patients. So let's dive in. Here are 2 big reasons why coffee enemas work. Number 1, when coffee is taken rectally and allowed to move through the intestinal system, the caffeine stimulates nerves in the colon. These nerves stimulate the liver and bile ducts, and it gets them to open up. And this helps, in turn, the liver to dump metabolic toxins and environmental toxins. Nothing helps the liver clean out better or more efficiently or effectively than coffee enemas. This process also helps to get rid of toxins in the bloodstream and parasites sometimes as well. Number 2, also what's happening is that the caffeine and the palmitic acid in the particular type of coffee I'm going to tell you about enhances the activity of an enzyme in the liver known as glutathione S transferase, or GST. Now GST is well known for its ability to bind with toxins in the liver and colon and helps to flush them out. Drinking coffee does not have that same effect, unfortunately. Why might coffee enemas be helpful to cancer patients? What holistic doctors have found is that for those people who are actively fighting cancer, coffee enemas appear to be very beneficial. The going theory is that as tumors break down, loads of dead cells collect in the liver, and these have the potential to make that patient very ill if the liver cannot get rid of the dead tumor cells fast enough. In many cases, a patient with active cancer who starts on a holistic healing journey begins juicing and taking specific foods, supplements, and herbs. If they don't do coffee enemas, they can start to feel very ill when those tumors begin to break down. So, important to know that. So what about cancer survivors? Are coffee enemas good for them as well? You bet. I had breast cancer back in 2004, and I use coffee enemas in my wellness regimen on a regular basis. And I have hundreds of my clients doing so as well. I do a series, personally, I do a series of colon and liver detoxes about every 3 months, and coffee enemas are a very important part of that. In fact, I just finished doing one a little while ago. I know, too much information. Mainly because, as I said before, coffee enemas are a very good way to get rid of toxins. Now, in a perfect world, our bodies are designed to do this job, and they usually do it pretty effectively. But we are here in the 21st century, and this is an increasingly toxic world. We are constantly being bombarded with chemicals from our water, food, air, and environment. And the more this happens, the more our organs struggle to get rid of them, especially if you've been through therapies like chemotherapy and or radiation, if you're a little older, if you have some sort of disease process going on. All of these things can impair our innate ability to get rid of toxins. And if you're too toxic, your immune system is struggling. So important to know that too. One holistic cancer doctor is no longer with us, unfortunately, but he was amazing. Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez said that you can get rid of a lifetime of toxins with just 1 year of doing coffee enemas. For frequency, I recommend that people who have active cancer in their body do them daily, but that varies between my clients. Always make sure you check with your doctor to make sure you're strong enough to do coffee enemas. Having said that, you can't expect to get laughed at. Anyway, so here's the part where I'm going to share with you how not to be afraid of them. I will teach you step by step what to do. In a separate video, I'm going to show you how to do coffee enemas, including the kind of coffee you'll need, and I'll show you all of the equipment that I recommend using, and I will step you through it and guide you every step of the way so that you have no need to be afraid of this. As long as you pay close attention to the instructions, you will have an amazing coffee enema experience. That's what it's all about, right? For so many of my clients who were afraid to do this initially, and I count myself among them, doing coffee enemas for detoxing becomes one of their favorite therapies because of how it makes them feel. Honestly, it's amazing. Like I say, I just did one and I was feeling kind of crap before that, but now here I am doing this video, feeling great. Afterward, you just feel clean inside. You'll be surprised at the stuff that comes out. People often report feeling an energy boost, better immune function, less inflammation, less pain, better skin, fewer allergies, even an improvement in arthritis. And for those with a fat tummy or bloating, coffee enemas often improve that as well, which is a wonderful side effect. So it's important that you be juicing fresh veggies and fruit while you're doing this, any kind of detox. Mainly plant-based diet, no meat, no sugar, no flour or wheat, and drinking plenty of purified filtered water. So to sum up in this video, you learned why to use coffee enemas for detoxing, how coffee enemas work, how coffee enemas may be helpful for cancer, and that you don't need to be afraid of doing them. So, stay tuned for this video number 2 where I describe how to do a safe and awesome coffee enema. I will have the link to video number 2 just below this video in the description panel so you don't have to search for it. Please use the link below this video to sign up for my free email newsletters full of healthy information on how to get through breast cancer. It is my personal quest to help you on your path to recovery. I have several decades of experience with breast cancer. I lost my mother and my grandmother to this disease, and then I went through it myself in 2004. I've made it my business to understand this adversary, to know what works and what doesn't. And I've helped hundreds of women get through their breast cancer journeys so that they are healthy and thriving on the other end. Thanks for watching.